back everyone for some more Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, and we are ready to begin case number 2. And while doing research on this, I've noticed that, I know at the beginning of the first case I said that the second case would be around 10 episodes long, but I think I can actually squeeze this in at 9, but either way it's either going to be 9 or 10, but I'm actually leaning towards 9. I don't think it's going to be quite as long as what I think it's gonna be, but before we get started, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. And one thing I will say as well is I'm gonna be doing my normal voice for everybody for this case. I hope that doesn't come as a disappointment for you all, but that first case, after I got done recording it, my throat was extremely sore and I could barely talk, so as far as the horrible voice acting, it's gonna have to hold off at least this particular case. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but without further ado, let's get started with the stolen turnabout. The time is 1 AM. Detective, we made it! Whew, what a relief. Glad the drawer was still safe. Oh, you said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening safe? Just double check. Should know who that is. Ah! We've been had! Apparently Fanto stole it. Out front, guards! Turn on the searchlight! Better luck next time, gentlemen! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. We shall meet again, when the next moon is full. Mask the Mask salutations. Doesn't that look like Fanto from Super Mario Bros. 2 a little bit? October 11th, 3:24 PM, Wright & Company Law Offices. Hey Nick, get a load of this! Hey, how are you? Are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later, this is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are... Ha, don't be silly. I'm talking about me and... Pearly, of course. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Close, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this, some kind of poster? Karine Village. Isn't that... That's right, it's our hometown. Pearly and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Very funny, you can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Karine exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Hey, same Maya, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey. The younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then... I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover of her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium and a bit of a shady character. Hey, who are you calling shady? And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Karine Village is the home of the mysterious Karine channeling technique, and Maya here is the daughter of the Karine School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright? Earth to Nick, how long are you gonna make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick, I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Treasure exhibit poster added to the court record. A poster for the Treasures of Karine exhibit. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lordly Taylor Main Exhibit Hall. Lordly Taylor? The city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit I'm pretty impressed. Wow, this is awesome! Yeah, you can make either the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fay Manor storeroom. Oh hey, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom? Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibition is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright, guess we should go and say hello. October 11th, Lordly Taylor, basement warehouse. Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearlie. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. Eek! A monster! You were right! Huh? A monster? Good evening. It's good to see you again. You? I know you. Nice to see you again too, you little miss. Ah! Hello. Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearlie? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. Which, for those who remember the final case of Justice for All, she was the defendant in that case. Which ended up, Eric Ongard ended up being the main culprit. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to her. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Well, why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought I'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mr. Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle Pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. You remember, don't you, the Nickel Samurai case? Not really, I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us... No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. Whew, that's a relief. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordly Taylor is celebrating the 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woo! Did you hear that, Pearlie? The finest museums. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So, what is with that face she's making? Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do... Pan right. And let's examine this. Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Army, right? Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Karine channeling technique, Ami Faye. This statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Ami Faye's golden statue added to the court record. A statue of the founder of the Quran channeling technique is holding the Shishito. I'm just going to say Shishito. I know that's not how you're supposed to pronounce it, but I'm not going to have an aneurysm trying to say that. What's that creepy looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me, how should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Quran Shishito. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Aw, Fooey, I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Oh, I like the sound of that. Dine, it sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with the kids' dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Shall we head upstairs then? After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. Now that I was caught up imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. Oh boy. October 12th, 10:09 a.m. Wright & Company Law Offices. Nick, this is terrible! What the... You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm gonna turn on the TV. We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned phantom thief, Mask the Mask. Mask the Mask? According to the spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief who only targets rare treasures. The Lordly Taylor? Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure? Lordly Taylor, you don't think. Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Master Mask. Our most valuable treasure. The Quran Sacred Urn was stolen. What? Refresh my memory a little. What's the Sacred Urn? It's only the most important treasure in Quran Village, that's all. Look, it's right there on the poster. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Namely, the soul of Mystic Army Faye, the founder of the Quran channeling technique. Right, Polly? Ah, yes. That's right. Hold up. I thought that urn had the name Army written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Well... there were some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Quran Village, Maya's hometown. The Sacred Urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case. Sacred Urn added to the court record, one of the treasures of Quran Village, supposedly priceless. It looks like a plain old pot. Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Nick? Your beloved Mr. Maya's treasure has been stolen. Does that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of Quran School channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah, and get the Sacred Urn back. But I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer. That has nothing to do with this. To be a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, oh man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask the Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask the Mask. Ah, it was terrible. I was arrested and everything. 1 year ago, the murder in Karine Village. A man was killed during one of my spirit channelings, and this urn wound up being a key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick? Would you mind not telling Mr. Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember, this urn used to say Army on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now, instead of Army, it says I am. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. Okay, we're gonna move to the main exhibition hall. October 12th, Lordly Taylor, main exhibition hall. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. But it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey, you can't poke around here, pal! Wait a minute, that voice? Oh no, not him again. Yep, it's you, and I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here any... Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello, it's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now's a good chance for you to try to remember it right. And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah. Good to see you again, too, I guess. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Gumshoe. Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name, girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Master Mask. I know about that, too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sorta kinda owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. That urn was being kept under the careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swollen head, thinking he's an ace detective. Ace detective? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Master Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Master Mask is the hardest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true Mask the Mask. So it's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far. And the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah. I gotta admit, pal, maybe he is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men out on a stakeout, but none of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? So what's this calling card? Here it is, but don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's Master Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that intel from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. Calling card added to court record sent before a heist. The emblem is top secret. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Thanks, I guess. Okay, we're done talking with Gumshoe. Let's go to the basement warehouse. October 12th, Lordly Taylor, basement warehouse. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. Probably because it's air conditioned, to protect the earth pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. What the heck does that mean? I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home. Who are you anyway? Shh! Silence! Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What do you see? Svari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes! That's scary! How did you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler of both time and space and a swimmer of dreams. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is Atme. Luke Atme. Ace Detective. Oh, hi. Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. The name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I'm Maya Fey, Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm, Pearl Fey. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does the phrase, one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? Okay, let's find out more about this guy. So are you really as famous as you say? Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in the city that had not heard of me. Look at me. I am Master Mask's arch enemy, the Ace Detective Luke Atme. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Regina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from Master Mask, with my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Oh, tell us what you know about Master Mask, and keep it simple, please. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night here in the bowels of the store, we were locked in the most glorious battle. I see, huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here, in Lordly Taylor? Naturally, wherever Damask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I think I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. I first received a request for my services 20 days ago, and it was 10 days ago that we received Master Man's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes. You see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. Calling card arrived, right? Yes. So, ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse. I waited for him, alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? Got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let the mask get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of sight of others. Concealed? Precisely, even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends, is my own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. Okay, let's go ahead and save. I normally don't save during an investigation, but I'm gonna go ahead and save anyway. Master Mask calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information. Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us. Ever. Well, Sir Lawyer? I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief. Well, I'm not sure I would say that exact— That's right! We're gonna find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent! I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If perchance you should discover something of value, return them to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the Acme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. My God. Well, wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office too. Take me with you, okay? And with that, I'm actually going to stop here for now, and we'll be continuing on with the investigation in this case in the next episode. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and I'll be seeing you guys again next time.